What's going on, guys? Shane here. So today we're talking about head movement. I'm going to give you some drills that you can do to slip more effectively and more quickly so that you can dodge those punches. And this is for a street fight, MMA, boxing, whatever. Now keep in mind, yes, in MMA and in a street fight, if I slip my head real low and I get my head close to my opponent's knee or foot, I do risk getting kneed in the face or kicked in the head. So keep that in mind. Maybe you want to stay more upright, or maybe you only want to do this against a guy that's throwing a lot of punches, not kicks. Just something to keep in mind. So, talking about the basic slips and how to do it, I want you to think compression, shoulder to the opposite knee, okay? So if I'm slipping a jab, ultimately I always want to get to the outside. So if it's a left jab, I want to get to their backside. And I go shoulder to the opposite knee. But when I do this, I don't want too much twist. A lot of people over twist and then that takes too much time and they're not there for the counter. So if I twist too much, now I have to twist all the way back. Yes, I'm loaded up. By the time someone throws a jab though, it's a quick jab. They're back to guard or they're out of range. So if I slip like this, really exaggerated, I'm not gonna be there, okay? So that's one tip on a quicker slip is get your head out of the way, miss by a hair, not by a mile, right? The glove is this big. If it's an MMA glove or if it's a fist, it's this big. Either way, that's how much I have to move. This much, not this much. And I don't have to twist away either, okay? So just move by the size of the glove. Think of it like that. Wherever you put your head, you wanna move your head because that's where they're gonna be aiming next. They're aiming for you here, they throw the jab, now you're here, well now they're gonna be throwing the right hand right here. So you can't keep your head here. You can't just slip once and celebrate because you slipped, all right? You gotta keep your head moving. It's gotta be constant movement. So when you see that Rui Jones movement or the Anderson Silva movement where they're doing this, right? All that is, I'm gonna break it down for you, is I'm slipping the jab, now the cross is coming, so maybe I pull, now another jab is coming, I slip, now it's a right overhand right, and I go under, just constant head movement, okay? So it's slip the jab, now I slip the cross, and maybe I pull, maybe I roll underneath in that U-shaped formation. Now I combine these, it's slip, slip, pull, roll, roll, slip, 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 roll, roll, pull, slip, roll, and you can combine them. Now some tips when training it, getting faster speed, is a slip bag. Now what I did here is I just tied a hand wrap and put my keys on it. All you need is a string of some sort and something weighted so that you can get this swinging motion here, okay? Now you're just gonna practice your shadow boxing and your head movement. You set it up head level where the punches would be, and then you start a rhythm with it, so you push it, now I slip, 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 throw some punches, I can work my pivots, I can work my forward and backward and side to side steps. Make sure that you keep your hands up and make it realistic. Move at 100% like you would in a fight. All right, you're not gonna slip once and come back, right? Way too slow. No one's throwing punches like that. But what they are doing is they're throwing a punch and you slip, 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 right? Roll, move, go underneath, pivot, slip, coming back this way. Sometimes you will get caught, but work your punches in as well. Another one that you can do is a slip rope, all right? Again, I did this with a hand wrap at about chin level where you're standing, so that when I'm in my fight stance, it's right in center line here, right? It's right where my nose is, where my chin is, it's where they're gonna be punching. So this is where I need to be keeping my head movement. When you slip punches, whatever side your hand is on, the rope side, I want that hand up, all right? So when you get in the habit of rolling, I want you to roll like this. I want you to get this opposite hand up. Not blocking your vision, I can still look forward and see my opponent and see the next punch that's coming, but just in case I miscalculated or I thought it was a straight and it was actually a looping hook, I have my hand up to protect. So now I'm gonna move forward, I'm gonna move backwards, and I'm just gonna make sure the opposite hand is up. So I just go here, 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 and then backwards, here, 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 here. Or I can pivot to the other side and switch each direction if I wanna keep going forward or I'm gonna keep going backward. And another thing that you can do is work your uppercuts in here too, right? So I'm here, I still block, and then I throw the uppercut. Block, uppercut, block, uppercut. Block, uppercut, okay? So it's a little breakdown on head movement, a couple of drills that you can do to increase the speed and the effectiveness. Keep that hand up, focus on how many slips you can get on a slip bag before the thing catches you or before it comes swinging back, and then work the slip rope as well, okay? So yes, sparring, shadow boxing, having a partner throw punches at you or use a pool noodle, all of those are gonna work and I recommend doing those. These are great for building up the muscle memory so that you can move quicker, so that you can remember to keep your hands up. But if you want to do it in a real fight situation, you're training for a fight, then have people throwing punches at you in sparring or in drills. All right, that's the best way to build up reaction time. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does. Until then, I'm Shane with Fight Tips. Self-defense for the underdogs.